Boo! Um, yeah, I always try to film my videos a day ahead just in case something happens. So as I'm filming this right now, it's like hurricane force winds outside, and I'm hoping that I'm not going to lose my power so that I can continue this video. I just made myself a cup of limited edition mocha mint coffee. I picked this up at Aldi. Parissimo limited edition. Yeah, we bought like 3 different flavors of this. It's $4 for a box of this coffee at Aldi. I mean, that's unbelievable. And how is it? Mm, it's okay. You know, nothing spectacular. But for $4, I figured it would be fun to try. We got butter rum and we got white chocolate, but none of it has sugar in it, which is great. So I went to a different Aldi yesterday, and lo and behold, I found the Lacura concealer. This does that handle on there look familiar to you? This is supposed to be a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. And I used to use that many, many years ago, and it was really good. So I'm curious to see how this is going to be. So I thought we would try it out together. Now, if you're not familiar with my new foundation routine, I did a video all about the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence. I love this. I love the effect that it's having on my skin. By the way, speaking of skin, I used that facial steamer thing that I showed you in my video. I used it last night, and that's going to be like a Sunday ritual now, is I'm going to give myself a steamer facial every Sunday night, and it felt really, really nice. So the only thing I have on so far is my Jeffree Star Winter Wyoming lip oil, which is almost gone. And in a way, I'm glad this is almost gone because the whole outside of the container is like all sticky. It's, I don't think it's leaking, but yeah, it's it's all over the outside of the container and it's getting all over everything. So it's kind of driving me crazy. So I'll be glad in a way when I can throw this container away so I don't have to deal with that anymore. But yeah, as far as this goes, what I do is I put a little bit of CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless Foundation on top of this. So I also am using the NYX Pro Fix Stick Corrector Concealer in pink now. And if you saw that video, then you know the amazing difference that that makes. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to use these things so we can see how this Lacura concealer is. So I usually start with the NYX corrector and wait until you see the difference that that makes, you know, if you didn't see that other video. And I use that in conjunction with this Sephora concealer brush. So I just put this wherever I need it, and I definitely need it down here on my neck. So yeah, I used that Visage steamer facial thing, and I used it in my den because I have a table in there with my makeup mirror that I use to do my makeup when I'm not doing it on camera. And it put some moisture in that room. Did you see the difference that that just made? Yeah, this NYX pink stick is pretty incredible. It just takes the irritation factor down. Yeah, watch, see how pink it is all over my eye area? Watch this. Yeah, this thing is amazing. And where it's pink, you wouldn't think it would help with redness, but it definitely does. I think, I don't know if it was the NYX video that I talked about that and showed it, or yeah, it was, because when I did that video about how to cover, what was the word I used? It wasn't acne. That video where I showed about how to cover skin irritation. I don't think that was the word I used, but I was using my Lacura, not Lacura, my Lottie London corrector in that video. But this NYX one is even better than that. They're both excellent, so either one will do the trick. But see that now, all the irritation and redness is covered. And now I'm just going to do like any dark spots or any additional red spots. Okay, so now what I usually do is, now that I've done the worst of it, I'm going to put that aside, switch to this brush, which somebody was asking me about this. This is the AOA Studio High Def brush, the F3, and I get this on shopmissay.com. Their AOA Studio brushes are really good. So I do one pump of the CoverGirl Essence. And I take that one pump and do like one whole side of my face. It's supposed to rain and be extremely windy all day today. All day. I don't like this kind of weather. It makes me nervous. Because, you know, food is so expensive that the idea of losing power and losing all that food and having to replace it, that's a lot of money. One good thing though is it's supposed to be like 60 degrees today, so at least if the power does go off, I'm not going to freeze to death. Because the furnace won't even have to run today if it's going to be 60 degrees. Okay, so as you can see, the coverage is okay on this, but it's not as extensive as what I like. So I just take a little bit of the CoverGirl and Olay and just pop that on top. I love the smell of this. This smells so good. Now, as far as this Lacura concealer goes, on the box it says that it's for fine lines and wrinkles, which is interesting because that's not what most people use concealer for. Most people use it for dark circles or to cover imperfections, but yeah, it says on the box that this concealer is for fine lines and wrinkles. So I thought that was kind of cool considering my age, you know. So I just add this until I have the coverage that I want. All right, so that's pretty good, right? Now, let's try out this concealer. Now, I opened this up just to look at the applicator yesterday. I haven't used it yet. And it's very heavily perfumed, so I don't like that because fragrance can, you know, create irritation. But so hopefully I won't be allergic to this fragrance. But I'm just gonna dab like 2 dots under each eye, and let's see how this goes. I'm gonna switch back to this brush and just kind of blend that in. Oh, this is shade 2, by the way. That was the latest shade they had. I was lucky to get this. This was the last one they had of the 2. Now I'm just going to take what's left on my brush and dab that over the eye area. Yeah, I was so lucky to get that. I couldn't believe it when we walked in there. I wasn't expecting them to have anything. I still really want to try the highlighter, and the bronzer look really good. I've seen pictures online. I'm hoping that they are gonna restock that at some point, so I'll have to pop into the Aldi's closest to me once in a while just to see if they get any more of the highlighter and bronzer in. But the highlighter is supposed to be a dupe for Benefit Cookie, and the bronzer is supposed to be a dupe for Benefit Hoola. So, yeah, that would be really cool if I could get $4 or $5 versions of that, or somewhere between 4 and 6, I would imagine. Okay, so color-wise, I think that's going to be okay. I didn't know if this was going to be light enough, but yeah, it definitely is. I think shade 1 would have been too light. So that gave it a little extra something. And it made the corrector look a little more skin-like, I feel like. Now I usually will take this foundation brush and just go over the whole thing to blend it even better. And then at this point, I just, you know, continue on with my makeup. And so yeah, if you have an Aldi near you, I think this is definitely worth picking up. And I think that facial steamer thing I bought, it's Visage is the brand. I think that's definitely worth picking up too for 20 bucks. And that would make a nice Christmas gift for somebody too that was into, you know, skincare, or just adding more moisture to their skin, or, you know, whatever they wanted to use that for. But yeah, so big thumbs up on this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.